So if you've been able to implement all of the things I've been talking about so far, the next thing you're going to have to practice is matching their tone and matching their rate of speaking. Okay? Now, this is one of those interesting things that I think actually can be learned, but the reason it's not learned is that people just don't practice it. They don't want to practice, and because they think this is kind of a ridiculous thing. I really want to eliminate some biases or some stigmas that come with salespeople and talk about something. One of the most rewarding things that a human being can do on planet Earth, in my opinion, is become someone who is very good at having a comfortable conversation with another human being. I really believe that. I think there's many things that we practice, there's many things we try to learn. The art of having a comfortable conversation with someone, making that person feel valued, making that person feel your empathy and your interest in what they have to say. I don't know what else you want to learn that's more valuable than that, but I think that those skills are worthy of practice. I think they're worthy of spending an hour on once a week and improving your skill set. So you say, well, how on earth do I practice this? Well, there's a couple ways you can practice it. First of all, if you have a significant other, family, friend, somebody that's willing to work with you, ask them to role play with you, but tell them, give them some prepared lines. Here's what I want you to say, but tell them that you can say the same thing, but I want you to say it in different ways. The first time I want you to say it where you're in a hurry and you're kind of ticked that I walked in here, right? Then I want you to say it like, you're very bored and your day is just dragging. Then I want you to say it excited. Then I want you to say it angry. And have them say it in different ways and then practice your responses to what they're saying. Because see, one thing you can't learn in a book or in a podcast episode is that there's different ways that people say things. And so I could tell you, if they say this, you should say that. Well, maybe, but it depends on how they said that. It depends on how fast they said that, right? It depends on their emotional state when they said that as to what you should say and how you should say it. And so it's not just about matching up line for line. It's about matching up emotion for emotion. So role play that. Now, the other way you can do it is if you want something a little less embarrassing or you don't have a friend or family member that's willing to role play this different emotional states with you, you can do it yourself. Just pick up your phone, go into your voice notes, and just record several voice notes of yourself being angry or happy or sad or whatever. And then play those and then practice responding to them. And what will happen is as you practice that, your brain is going to get much better at recognizing those emotional states, recognizing the rate at which someone is talking. Now, this is very important for many of you because, let me be honest, many of you talk like I do in your normal everyday life, which is very fast. That's how I talk. I talk very fast. I talk very forcefully. But when I walk into a business and the business owner is saying things like, "Hi there, yeah, what can I do for you?" Well, I have to be able to recognize that and I've got to be able to respond with, "Nothing really, I just wanted to stop by and introduce myself. How are you doing today?" And see how I've lowered my voice, my tone is lower, my speed is slower, right? But then I'll go to the very next business, and the business owner will say, "Yeah, hey, what's up? What do you need?" Now I've got to respond. "Well, hey, I'm James Shepard. I got a business uptown here in Altoona. I just want to stop by, give you my business card. How you doing today, man?" You see how I said pretty much the same thing, but I said it in a totally different way. Why? Because I need to get into the flow of that person's day, of that person's emotional state. And if I just try to jump in there, and some of you talk slower, some of you talk faster, and you have your default way that you normally talk, you got to change that for the various prospects if you want to be able to get into their world. So the key to the introduction, in this case, if you're trying to make them feel comfortable with you, is that you've got to basically just jump into their world, leave your world at the door. You're not bringing your world into them, you're jumping into their world, which means you're going to spend a lot of time at the beginning, the first 1 minute, you're going to spend a lot of time listening. asking them questions, trying to get a feel for how their day is going, how their business is going, what's happening with them. And then once you have that, then you're ready to start asking them more questions, getting more information, and sharing that value with them so that they'll feel comfortable. Now, in the next video, I'm going to start talking to you about what if you don't want them to feel comfortable? What if instead you want them to respect you? And that's what you're trying to go for, because it's a totally different approach. And we're going to start talking about that in the next video.